My name is Jogni Singh, and today my presentations and my topic is reporting and documenting specific small building in the New Zealand construction industry. And my student ID you can see on the screen, and submit to Mr. Kusala Rana Tonga. Thank you. Next one. This is a New Zealand building code. First one is a journal provision, and second is stability, fire safety, assess moisture, safety of users, service and facilities, energy efficiency, and next one. Design considerations and construction documentations in New Zealand. Brief mentions of the focus on functionality, sustainability, design criteria, and key structural elements. Next one. Next slide, brother. And next, importance and relevance of small building design in New Zealand. Key points in housing shortage and urbanization issues in New Zealand, particularly in affordable housing projects. New Zealand's unique geographical and environmental factors, including seismic activity and harsh weather conditions, make the design of small building extension of safety and durability. And last one is emphasis on the residential, small, commercial and eco-friendly buildings as part of New Zealand growing construction sector. Next slide. Next is design process factors, functionalities, sustainabilities, and user needs, materials, time and cost. Key points: functionality, the building must serve its intended purpose efficiently, for example, home, office, retail, and space. Sustainability, design must incorporate eco-friendly materials, energy efficiency, and waste minimizations, for example, use of recycled materials and solar energy. And user needs, design must meet the comfort and accessibility needs of users, including space optimizations and flexibility. Next one is materials. Selections of appropriate materials based on durability, sustainability, and environmental impact. For example, New Zealand timber and locally sourced products. And last one is time and cost implications. Balancing budget and timeline with quality of design and materials. Delay and cost overruns can impact the overall project success. And that's design criteria and safety factors in assessing design loads. Key point: design criteria, safety factors, and design loads. First one is design criteria. Factors such as the building purpose, location, climate conditions, and seismic considerations influence design decision. And second, safety factors ensure the building can withstand various forces. For example, wind, seismic loads, snow loads as per the New Zealand building code. And last one is design loads. Include dead loads, permanently live loads, variable, and environmental load, wind, earthquake. Next slide. And next slide is factors influencing design criteria selection. Key points: site locations and conditions, building function, seismic and climate factors, regulatory requirements. First one is site location and conditions. Understanding the geographical locations, for example, coastal, earthquake prone zones, is crucial in determining design criteria. Building functions, whether residential or commercial, the building purpose impact is layered materials and structural design. Seismic and climate factors, New Zealand seismic activity and variable climate conditions, wind, rain, temperature, extremes, shapes, material choice, and structural safety measures. Regulatory requirements, compliance with New Zealand Building Act 2004 and Building Code, which mandate safety, health, and sustainability standards. Next one is analysis of key structure elements. First of key point, structure design elements, load distributions, and last one is the material strength. First one is structure design elements. Analyze key elements like walls, beam, column and roofing system. Second, load distributions. Understanding how loads, for example, live and dead load and seismic forces are distributed across the structure. And last one, material strength. Selection of materials that can withstand the design load while also being sustainability and cost effective. You can see picture dead load, wind load and snow load and seismic load and live load. And next slide. Next is foundations and substructure requirements. First of key points, foundation design, substructure requirements, and last soil testing and site preparations. First one is foundation design. The foundation types, for example, slab on ground, piles foundations depend on soil conditions, site geographical and building site. Second, substructure requirements, ensuring structural stability and durability through correct foundation design, drainage and moisture control to avoid issues like settling or flooding. Last one is soil testing and site preparations, conducting site specific soil tests to determine the appropriate foundation depth and reinforcement needed. And next, sustainability consideration in small building design. First one, energy efficiency, sustainable materials, water conservation. Energy efficiency design strategies that enhance energy efficiency such as passive heating, cooling and the uses of renewable energy sources like solar panels and heat pump. And that's sustainable materials, use of low impact materials like recycled timber, low VOC paints and other environmentally friendly building project. And last, water conservation efficiency pump. System rainwater harvesting and water efficiency fixtures. And you can see the picture of an energy efficiency house. And next one is compliance with New Zealand Building Code and Regulations. Key point, overview of the New Zealand Building Code and how it ensures safety, durability and sustainability in construction. Rules of building concerned authorities and inspection in ensuring compliance with structure and safety standards. Documentations required for building consent and ongoing compliance throughout construction stages. Next is documentations during constructions. First, construction drawing and specification. Detailed drawing of structure elements, material specific and site plan. And site reports and inspection logs. And documentations of site conditions, construction progress and safety inspection. Last, variation documentation recording any changes to the design or construction process and ensuring all changes are approved and documented. And last one is conclusion. Key point, proper reporting and documenting are critical for the success of small building project in New Zealand. A well-documented design and construction process ensure compliance with safety standards, contributes to sustainability and reduce risk. The integrations of functionality, cost, consideration and user needs lead to successful small building project which are an important part of New Zealand construction industry. And last one is the reference. And thank you.
Wait. Okay, I have a question for you. Before that, it's Asim is going to ask. Just one question.
What are the safety factors influencing the design criteria? Safety factors influencing the design criteria.
Matching my validation.
What are the safety factors influencing the design criteria?
Okay, oh, mentioning my reporting or
Okay, what are the design criteria you have to be?
safety factors.